Hello, welcome to Zatu Live. At this bit where we say welcome, and there's no viewers yet.
That's right.
Oh my goodness, what are you showing us there? I've got my t-shirt. Oh, I've got my t-shirt.
What are you showing us? My word.
I've got my t-shirt on. I can't handle the mirrored view. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is I, Nick.
Excellent. And it's me, Andrew.
You're so close, it's freaking me out. If I go like this, and then I'm like, how would I do it? Like that, and then I'm looking up to you. No, I'm looking the wrong way still, like that. Sorry. We should do this one where I pass something like that, and then you take it. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, like that. Like a Toblerone.
That would be good, yeah. But then I'd have to drop it and catch it slyly. Anyway, we are here with the new games and new releases.
You'd be passing it to me.
Yes, of course. The magic of interweb. Idiot. Someone's already commented, idiot. I think they must be talking to you because I don't know who this guy is. I certainly know that he doesn't look like his profile picture anymore. So we are doing new games, a little bit of news. There's been loads of news, to be fair, because it is Gen Con. But if you go to our blog, you'll find all the news on there, all the latest news. We're just going to hit some highlights. And then we are looking at the top sellers of July. If you tuned in last 4 weeks ago when we did it, you will know that we made some predictions, and Andrew got 1 out of 10 on the
Did I get
one?
I thought list. I got 2.
1.5, but I rounded it down. So
okay, thanks for that.
So, well, the good news is, I mean, that's not difficult to beat, is it? So let's go to some new releases. I'm gonna have to do some chunks here because I've got some big ones, but we'll get straight in with Foothills.
Foothills. You've got it there. Fantastic.
I've got it there, yeah. Because there's no picture on the actual website there. Foothills is a game set in the Snowdonia universe. Snowdonia is a very highly esteemed game from Tony Boydell. This is from him and someone in his game group, actually, because I follow his blog on BGG. And it is a 2-player game, and it's a heavier weight 2-player game. Has this really cool system of action selection where you select a card to use and then it flips over and becomes a different action. So I'm really keen to see how that plays out, if that means you could block the other player from doing an action that might be useful to them and leave them with something that's not so useful, all that good stuff. All that is selling for £23 English pounds and 64 English pence. And it says out of stock, but remember that I'm on the wrong thing and I'm making the zoom in and out. Remember that that will be in stock as of this week. But there has been quite a lot of pre-orders. It got an early release at the Expo and sold out, a kind of limited release at the Expo. So yeah, if you're into your 2-player games, you like Snowdonia and trains, grab that one. Give us another game. Andrew!
I will give you another game, and it is another 2-player game. And it's been out a while, but it is new to us at Zatu. It is called. Do you know which one it is yet? From my clues?
Thinking Kings and Assassins.
It is King and Assassins. If you go searching for Kings and Assassins, you won't find it anywhere.
You have to get me back one day.
And it is the deluxe edition. So there is a 2-player bluffing tactical game. It's a double-sided board. It's got some little standees. And what looks really cool about this game is, yes, it's bluffing. Yes, it's tactical, and there's quite a lot of big strategy in it. But it's only a filler game, so it takes about 20 minutes to play.
Okay.
So there's quite a lot of replayability in it as well. You basically have to get the king surrounded by his guards to the palace, and then the other player plays the assassins. They have, I think, 12 cards, and they choose 3 out of the 12 cards that will be the characters that are the assassins. And whilst the king tries to get to the palace, they have to try and take out the king. So it's dead simple, kind of like really easy to learn, really easy to teach, lots of replayability, and a 20-minute kind of fillery game. And that is £30 and 10 pennies.
Wow.
10 pennies.
I believe there's an app of that one as well if you want to try first.
There we go. It does look like a little game.
I am going to tell you now about Pipeline. Honestly, guys, this is one of my this could be my game of the year already.
Wow.
I've said it. This is definitely in my top 20 games, probably in my top 10. I have played it 4 or 5 times now. Every time something happens differently. You wouldn't think there's as much variety in it, but you are essentially selling oil. You're buying oil at crude level. You're refining it through a series of pipes up to low, mid, or high grade oil, and then you're selling it to get more money, to buy upgrades, to buy more pipes, to buy machines, to automate the process. And there's all these decisions going off. The absolute brilliant thing is that the first year you get 8 turns, second year you get 6 turns, third year you get 4 turns. So everything that you want to do is hard and costs a lot. Like upgrades have 3 levels. I think I've seen someone buy the 3rd level upgrade once, and I had a chance to buy one once. The pipeline is a spatial puzzle, which puts some people off, but actually you're probably best. You've got 3 different colors of oil. You're probably best just slamming really long ones and not trying to be too intricate. It's probably more efficient. When you get machines, you can no longer run your pipelines that are attached to those machines for free, so you have to have money to do it. So even though machines can run multiple lines at once, you need money to do it. And there's this good level of decisions between selling your oil at a lower grade just to get some money now, or refining again to sell it at higher level next turn. And I've seen some complaints about it. Some people say it's too easy to misspend your money. That is true, but there's loans available. And I think if you think about it, you know what you need. If you spend all your money on upgrades before you've got any oil or pipes, what do you expect's going to happen? And the other little complaint is that people said sometimes you spend 3 goes in a row refining oil slowly, but you don't need to do that. You could go and sell one of those oils to get a machine to make it more efficient or to extend your pipes. Honestly, I love the decision level on this. Worker placement, but you can place anywhere, even on the same spot that you've been on, and you can go on spots where other people have been. So it's just really, really good. I like it a lot. That is Pipeline.
Couldn't tell from the description.
This is not the Kickstarter version, but the Kickstarter exclusives are very, very minor. A fabric bag and some tokens that have plus 10 written on them, and that's about it. So this is 46.25, so it is at the higher level, but believe me, this is a great, great Euro game. Back to you, babe.
Brilliant. Well, you had me with on Pipeline with you just got to slam the long ones. I was there. I'm like, yes, come on. So, has anyone ever heard of this little game called Love Letter? Have you heard of the game Love Letter? I don't think anyone's ever heard of it.
No.
I don't think it's been out there much. But anyway, if you've never heard of it, guess what? You will now, because there's a new edition. It is the Z-Man, or for us Brits, the Z-Man edition. So it's got new artwork on it. Look at that lovely bag. It's got you've got new, I think, better artwork. It's still set in the kind of like you're trying to win the princess's favour. And the favours as well, they're nicer. They're no longer little wooden cubes. They actually look like something that you would get from a princess, some favour. They're circles.
I was going to say syphilis. They look like syphilis.
No. And so that is Love Letter. It's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a good filler, and it's a really good gateway into the hobby. I think it was a game that I played early on, it's one that you can, if you've got a spare kind of 5 minutes, dead easy to teach. People learn it within seconds.
Yes,
it's a good little game.
And that is
so that is the Zedman edition, and that is £8.81.
Good, we've chosen the same one because there was loads. Okay, this is going to be 4 that I show you now. We have Hexplore It, Valley of the Dead King, Hexplore It, Forest of Adrimon, or as I like to say, Forests of Adrian, and both those games have, they're They do have expansions, but I've only got one of them. But it's okay because they all cost the same. So we've got three. So we've got 2 base games here and 2 expansions. So it's using the same system. As far as I can tell, the base games don't mix, but I might be wrong on that. There is also currently a 3rd version of this on Kickstarter right now. And Hexplore It are cooperative, kind of dungeony crawl games in terms of style, but there's lots of variability. You get whiteboard pens to design your characters and edit their stats and stuff. So if you can't wait for the Kickstarter, you can buy 2 versions of this now. It's described as a hero building game, working together. Yeah, you're exactly right, Elmo. That is exactly right.
That's it. Just give me a minute.
Just ate a whole wheel of cheese and pooped in the fridge. So yeah, Hexplore It is available. The base sets are available for $64.72, and that's both of them at that price. And the expansions are $32.28. So if you want to pick up a new dungeon crawl, get it before the Kickstarter. Kickstarter does its thing, then you can pick that up on our website.
Here we go. I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody.
Over to the Dog King.
Brilliant, excellent. Right, well,
just a minute. We've got a Gorner in watching from Germany. Greetings from Germany. You never recorded me a podcast, Tom. You flipping. Anyway, go on. Oh, what have I done? There we go.
Right. Excellent. Well, for those of you that are, let's have a look. Who is a Star Wars, the TIE Fighter, whatever? You know, those little miniature. Oh my God.
Armada. It's not X-Wing, it's Armada.
There we go. Star Wars Armada. My dog tonight. So, okay. So we got the Star Wars Armada and the Superstar Destroyer expansion pack.
This looks ridiculous.
Oh my days. Now goodness. This is absolutely crazy. This is a pre-painted, sculpted Superstar Destroyer.
It's the one at the back of this picture. It is. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it is a miniature within this expansion that is basically massive. There's no miniature thing about it. You could probably fly this bad boy yourself. It is 24 inches from top to tail, or from tip to tip. And look at that bad boy.
Does actually say tip to tip.
You're just bringing the cursor, just rubbing it over that large thing. So that is quite a beast and quite a beauty if you're into all of that fang. Now, as you can see, the retail price, the RRP on this is like $180. I've seen it around the internet for about $140, but of course Zatu are rocking out an amazing price of $129.56.
Wow!
That, my friends, is the cheapest. It looks amazing, doesn't it?
I would be scared to use it in battle, but I think it's undeniably cool. I mean, it's got to be an instant win, hasn't it? Hasn't it? I don't know.
Look at it.
That's great. Well, sticking on the Star Wars theme, we have 2 new Star Wars Legion units. First, we have the Rebel Veterans units. These are guys that have seen a bit of the war. You know, they're tough. They know what it's like. They've been around the block. And the veteran unit comes in at £21.92. And then, excitingly, you can get the Tauntaun Riders unit, which is this guy. Look at him. And then if you freeze in the game, you can cut that open and use the giblets as a sweater.
Excellent. Love that.
And that's £19.69. Disclaimer, what I said about the giblets may not be true. Right. Bring us into land with your last project.
Okay.
Product.
It's the 8th deluxe expansion. It's a Shadow in the East, Lord of the Rings, the CCG cards. And this bad boy has 3 new scenarios. It also has a double-sided hero and a whole new type of card that can be used, which is contracts. So it looks pretty fun. Love the
Lots of
artwork
Lord of the
on that
Rings
card.
fans.
And that is a brilliant £20 and 24 pennies.
Are you a? Oh, what have I done here? We don't know what's going on. There we go. Are you a? Have you done any LCGs? I've got the white shirt, mate. Tom, it says Zatu. Look, it's got orange on. Tom's berating my shirt, but I wore white to be the exposure of you. No, the
Good. The negative.
Yeah, I'm negative, Andrew. Do you do any collectible card games like Lord of the Rings? Well, we're going into the news now, but here's a bonus one. There's going to be a Marvel one announced by FFG, Fantasy Flight Games, and they're also involved with some kind of skirmishy Marvel game. That's got me very excited as well. I can't remember what that one's called. I put it in the, let me just find out. The Crisis Protocol and the Marvel LCG is Marvel Champions. Both announced today. Final Fantasy Games have something to do with both of them. So let's get into the news proper. First thing I want to say is I've been banging on about Unmatched, haven't I, Andrew? I don't shut up about it.
You just don't shut up about it.
Well, sleep is for losers. That's probably one of my games night buddies arriving. And it is what is it? Unmatched is based on Star Wars the Epic Duels, the old outprint game, which I think had something to do with Heroescape as well. It kind of evolved into that a little bit. So It's a skirmish game. Think more kind of via Wildlands. So the board has circles on that you can move around, and each circle has a colour, and those colours dictate line of sight. So line of sight is sorted out for you on a visual level. No dice, you're playing cards, and the first sets were like Robin Hood versus Bigfoot, which, considering it used to have the Star Wars license, was the only thing you could say against it. Well, they have the Jurassic Park license. So now there are 3 Jurassic Park sets coming out.
Wow.
What's
Clever
it called?
girl.
Muldoon. Yes, Muldoon versus the Raptors.
Excellent.
Sadler versus the T-Rex. I mean, she's dead. And a solo one of Grant. Now, the double ones come with boards as well. So you can just buy a 2-pack rather than buying a base pack just to try it out. And also, while I was researching this, I found out there's a solo champion coming out for Bruce Lee. So you can play Bruce Lee versus the Raptors.
Fantastic.
I am so excited for Unmatched. This is coming out with a 4-champion base set, 1 mini, and they have little helpers, which are kind of these nice little poker chips. So yeah, really looking forward to that.
Nice. So like a helper like Tails to Sonic?
Yes, yeah, that generally only has 1 health, but if they've got more, they get a nice little wheel.
Excellent.
So Medusa has some really the Medusa's in it. She could do Medusa versus the T-Rex.
Boom, just turn that bad boy to stone.
I mean, I really want them to get some more licenses. It'd be awesome.
That is great. Like that. Well, Imperial Settlers are finally bringing out an expansion that actually is a standalone game. It's called Empire North. It has 3 new factions in it. The Scots, the Inuits, and the Vikings. I think all 3 would have amazing beards. Imagine beards on all 3 of those factions. They should have just called it the Hairy Game Lord faction. Brilliant. So there's the 3 factions, and there is also it's just my wife coming home from work.
Hi, Claire.
And there is also basically those dogs. The dog's been let in. Fantastic. All confused. Come over, all crazy. So basically, those 3 factions have 2 separate unique decks that come for each faction. So you've basically got 6 pre-constructed decks that come straight out of the box for this awesome expansion standalone game. Each one of those decks has completely different gameplay style. So there's going to be a lot of replayability in this.
They've announced the Japanese, is it, expansion for that? So you're getting 2 more decks shortly after that releases. Because I know there's been some confusion. It's actually a standalone game. I don't think it mixes with Imperial Settlers. But they've got the Japanese expansion coming as well. So I'm assuming that's going to be another 2 decks. Just suppressed the burp unsuccessfully. Smartphone is on Kickstarter. This is a highly sought after game. It had a kind of small release. I've played this. I played this at Aircon. Brilliant. Got a Dice Tower seal of approval. No, seal of excellente.
Fantastic.
And just a fantastic action selection game. Really clever mechanic for choosing your actions. I love Smartphone. On Kickstarter right now. I am saying to Zatu, they should back that.
Boom. Excellent. Are you a fan of Pop, the Pop characters from Funko? Are you a fan of those?
From afar. I don't collect them because if I collect them, I'll get in trouble.
Yeah, I understand that.
I think they look cool.
Yeah. Well, how would you feel if there was a board game, and not just any kind of board game, but a board game for board gamers?
I was slightly worried until I read someone who played it.
Involving those as imagine you've got your miniatures that are those Pop characters. Fantastic. So this looks to be pretty cool, and they've got in the people that also brought us Villainous and Jaws. So good stuff. I'm looking forward to that. It might be a slippery slope for me.
Yeah. Well, the exciting thing about that one is they already have access to all the licenses. So what we were talking about with Unmatched, what are the ones that are coming out initially? Harry Potter, DC, and Rick and Morty. And just wait, prepare yourself for the best one, the Golden Girls. So if you want to slap a Golden Girl with Batman, you can.
Amazing. Thank you for being my friend.
They have. I don't know what's going on. That
was the theme tune to Golden Girls. Come on.
I didn't even know what it was.
Call yourself a fan.
They have, just access to so many licenses. So if the game is good, like I think we were both a bit cynical at first, weren't we? Like, what? Mm-hmm. But and I've heard the figures are not the mini ones, but they're not the big ones. They're kind of in between. And it comes in packs of 4 and packs of 2, and they all have boards. The dice look chunky.
Excellent. Well, of course, they're not exactly the same. Like they're not going to be the same size, all the mini ones, because then you could just use your own ones that you've already got.
Yeah, that is true. New sizing, we've seen it many times. But speaking of a company that's perhaps learning from those kinds of mistakes, the new KeyForge set has been announced. Worlds Collide. Worlds Collide adds 2 new houses, so that's very exciting. I can't remember what they're called now. Something like the Galactic Republic, and it was something like Sauronine Army or something. They're lizards. So Mars and Sanctum are being rotated out, but the way they phrased it, it's like they're going onto the subs bench and they might come back. What's really good, like when the second start set came out, they put all the tokens in that they've been criticised for making cards, and they've gone and done that even better again this time. So as well as a starter set, which is pretty much the same, they're releasing a deluxe deck box, which has all your tokens in, because there's some new tokens. Right. So if you already have a starter set and you don't want to buy that big box again, you can just buy a deluxe deck box. Nice. They're releasing a premium box, which comes with 5 proper dex boxes, even more tokens, including armor tokens. This was the only bit where I was like, well, why have they only put armor tokens in there? But they're doing so much that you can't really complain. It comes with stickers, so you can put your decks in and sticker up what deck you've got in there with the houses. It comes with a chains tracker that's a nice looking dial. and a box for your tokens. That's the one I'll be getting, and you get 2 boosters in that as well. I'll be getting that one. Oh, I'm all over it, mate. Probably 2.
Excellent.
But that's coming out towards the end of the year. But that will just fly out. KeyForge. People love it. People love it.
Do you like? I've just noticed. It looks like I'm wearing a pink hat on my head.
Yes.
Yeah, they're just some flowers that I bought for my wife because I'm that kind of guy. Mm-hmm.
Do you need a pen? Oh, do you need a? How do I do it? Do you need a pen? We'll have to practice that. Right, we are going on to the bestsellers, which of course we do as a funky little game. Oh, I need to go through to that. I need to change this over to my bestsellers screen. Doink, 1 to 10 magically appears there. Let's move it down a bit. We're going to cover up my face for this, so don't you worry. So
good.
Last time you got, well, pretty rubbish. I'll run through what the top 10 was. It was.
I got them,
I've got it. I've got it here. This was the top 10 last time. Let me make it bigger. Ooh, it doesn't get bigger. What Do You Mean? UK edition, number 1. El Dorado, number 2. Outer Rim, number 3. Quacks of Queldenberg, with a space that shouldn't be there and a G that shouldn't be there, number 4. Number 5, Pandemic Rapid Response. Number 6, KeyForge. Number 7, Flamme Rouge. 8, Ticket to Ride Europe. 9, Catan. And 10, Journeys to Middle Earth. Now, your predictions were that Catan would fall off the top 10.
Yes. Yeah.
And that What Do You Mean would remain number 1. My predictions were that El Dorado would fall off the top 10 and that Quacks would remain top 5. So we'll bear that in mind. Speaking of which, Andrew, the first game that you have to decide where it is The Mind. Where do you want that initially?
Favourite game.
Yeah.
Right, The Mind. Brilliant.
Where do you want it? Blah, 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 blah.
I'm going to put that in at number 8.
8, okay. Okay. Well, you said it would fall off. It's still there. Catan. One of your predictions wrong.
Yep. So I'm going to say Catan is... It was like, where was Catan last time? It was around sort of 7, 8, wasn't it?
Catan was number 9 last time.
Well, there we go. I'm going to say it's still going to be number 9.
Okay. One of my predictions last time, the Quacks of Queldenberg, I said it would remain top 5. It's still on the list, but it is at top 5.
Oh, right, yeah, this is my... I'm going to say 6.
6?
Yeah.
You really want me to lose that one, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah, totally.
Quacks of...
Of course I do.
I'm just telling Mark that I want some Pepsi. Just at Sainsbury's now, do you want Pepsi? Yes, of course. I bet he's left already. Quacks of Queldenberg. Okay. Arkham Horror LCG.
Mm-hmm. Was this on the list last time?
No.
Oh, it's a new one.
It's a new one. We announced some new content for this recently, didn't we?
Yes, we
did.
New
content. So, can I?
Did.
Hello.
We both basically don't know anything about. I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go 5.
5 in there. I've done this much better. Here's a shocker. Sushi Go. Not even Sushi Go Party. Sushi Go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boom. Wow. Wait. I'm going to go 7.
7. Now, Gloomhaven.
Wow.
Evergreen.
Gloomhaven Evergreen. Okay.
Yeah, the Evergreen edition.
Doors too
How
far
many
away.
barks? That was 3 barks. So Elmo's saying number 3 for Gloomhaven.
Let's go with Elmo then on number 3.
Okay. Did I say Elmo or something else?
You just say Elmo. Well done.
Azul.
Right. I'll go Azul 4.
4.
Is it just Azul, the stained glass one?
Yeah. Okay. You predicted this would stay at number 1. What do you mean? Are you going to stick with your prediction?
Yeah.
Sticks in at number 1.
Yeah.
You have 2 more left.
Great.
Ticket to Ride Europe.
And what's the other one?
You want to know, do you? Code names.
Wow. I'm going to go Ticket to Ride Europe 10, code names 2. Then I might want to change them around.
Okay, do you want to change any around? Now you've got the full list.
Yeah, I want to...
Look, I'm putting this over this side now, and I'm going to swap them across like a smooth operator.
I want to move Azul up to 3.
Yeah.
And I want to move Gloomhaven up to 2.
Okay, and codenames down to 4, I assume.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's just go with that.
Gloomhaven 2, Azul. Okay, here we go. Let's switch them across to where they actually are. We're starting at the top. We have number 1, a new entry. So Andrew was wrong. It's not What Do You Mean? In at number 1, for the first time since we've been doing this, is Azul.
Ah, look at that. It is a good game.
At number 2, down 1, it is What Do You Mean? You were close, Andrew. If you'd have said top 2, that would have been a correct prediction. At number 3, we have, it was there, but you moved it, Codenames. No, it wasn't.
Gloomhaven
was there. And that is new to the list as well. New to the list at number 4, this was there, Gloomhaven. You moved it away. You definitely moved that one away. At number 5, up 3 places, is Ticket to Ride Europe.
Brilliant. That means your prediction is...
Quacks was wrong.
Quacks
is
wrong.
But let me just say this to you, Andrew. Your prediction of What Do You Mean number 1, that's wrong. You said Catan would drop off. We know that's wrong. Do you see El Dorado on the list?
No.
Winner, chicken dinner. What are we on to? Number 6. New at number 6 is The Mind. Some classic games, some older games. At number 7, just 2 away from the Welford's Happiness, is Quacks of Quellenberg. That is down 2. Arkham Horror, the LCG, comes in new at 8. Catan remains solid. Oh, flipping heck. Goes massive. Catan remains solid at 9. And Sushi Go comes in at 10.
Brilliant. So I've got one right. Fantastic.
Which one did you get right? Sushi Go?
Catan.
Oh, yeah, 1. So you're solid, mate. 1 again.
Fantastic.
So, I mean, at least you're consistent.
Yeah.
Right, should we have some predictions? I'll let you make the predictions first this time. I'll let you start. Let me get my recording equipment. Predictions.
A pencil and a piece of paper. Zatu pen.
Zatu pen. Not only have we got the T-shirt on, Tom. Big Catan. Someone said Big Catan. Okay.
So I think Catan will stay in the top 10.
Andrew, trying to appease the Catan fans. Catan.
Not a fan of Catan, but it is.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go with my victory. They'll record 1 to me as well. 1 versus 0. There we go. With my victory, I'm going to get a bit bolder.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say that Ticket to Ride Europe will go up again.
Wow. Yeah. Up again? What do you think it is? Do you think it's because of the Ticket to Ride, London has come out and people are like, I want a bigger feel?
Just a solid gateway game, isn't it?
It is a great game.
My trouble is I wouldn't choose to play it an awful lot, but if the game's going off, I'll jump in all the time. And I'll enjoy it. It's like a Travis album.
Good analogy. Okay,
your second prediction.
My second prediction is... I just want to know... this is how many new ones are there in the top 10 this week? New.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 new? Wow.
6 new.
I'm going to say that there will be 5 new in the top 10
5 new
next month.
Top 10 titles. Okay. I've got to think of one now. This is pressure, man. Okay, let's think. There is a lot of new. What did we do for today? We did Lord of the Rings LCG, didn't we?
Yeah.
Do I want to do that? See, this is what I'm choosing between. Either Lord of the Rings LCG enters the top 10, or What Do You Mean returns to number 1.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go. What Do You Mean returns to number 1.
Excellent. Well, can you put your head back because I want to see somebody's hand tickling your head.
Oh, there's a hand.
There it goes. It's your games group.
That is. I'm going to
seeping
predict
into the room.
That's Mr. Brass. Yay! So we're about to play. I don't know if you can even see it. The Gods War. Look at that. Look at this. Look at this.
Those miniatures are massive.
Woo! Glory.
Wow.
I believe we're getting this in stock.
Centipede.
You got some fun plans tonight? Cut
Yep.
dog's tongue.
Yeah, I've got one of those zap collar things on, which I should have put on before recording tonight.
Zap? You electrocute him?
No. They just vibrate and release a sound that annoys the dog. I'm not like brutal.
I would like to see a live video of you wearing that.
I'd love to wear that. I'll do that. What am I doing this evening? Well, I've just got a lovely evening in with my wife. So that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's nice. And her being a big fan of board games, you know.
Yeah.
Why am I doing that? I could just go to this. Look, welcome.
So actually, the other day, she saw a glance of Ticket to Ride London because I was filming a review for it for Zatu. Go check that out. And she was like, "Oh, that looks good." So you never know, might get Ticket to Ride London.
Take advantage of that.
Brilliant, yeah.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. We're not going to do a long and windy sign off this time.
Windy, eh?
Windy. We will be back next week. Are you good for Wednesday next week, mate?
Yeah, I think so.
We'll let you know if it changes. Normally Wednesday. This week it's Thursday. But we're back with the news. And maybe we'll even have the disembodied hand of Mr. Simon Brass, also known as Dog Bomb. Don't search for his YouTube channel. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.